Smith, good night.
Malcolm Hardy's seen it all. Seen them storm, kill or die. Surely some reassuring words.
So there we go.
For his comedic comrade.
Nice one, Howard.
Nope.
He's an old favourite down here. Would you please welcome a man who looks like Woody Allen without the talent? Would you please welcome the one and only McRae?
Another lamb to the slaughter.
There can be many reasons, but at the end of the day, there's never, there's no excuses.
The worst thing is not actually dying at the time, is you wake up in the middle of the night and remember the humiliation.
If you're trying to put your finger on why it went badly, that's just making excuses. You know, it went badly because it went badly.
And you just, a cold, wet sheen of just hot and horror.
At a certain point in the evening where you go, no, sod you, like, I'm going to get my head down, I'm going to fucking win you back.
I remember this so well at the beginning, of dying a death.
And then, but there's also a point where, as an act, you must realise that you can't just stay on regardless.
What happened to me, someone got up on stage behind me and lifted my dress up over my head. I mean, that would count as a terrible gig.
There comes a point where you've got to admit defeat.
Oh, I punched him, by the way.
Just the next day I was on the tube and I was just thinking, oh please, there might be somebody from the audience everywhere, could have been a member of the audience who was just going to point and say, you were shit.
I'm a builder.
Would you please welcome all the way from over there, Mal Kay.
Mal's been a part-time comic on the circuit for 2 years. He knows if a tryout kills, it can turn a career around. A lot is riding on this spot.
Anyone been to a Greek wedding? You must be familiar with Greek weddings. Yeah? Because we like to pin the money on the bride and groom.
While Howard Smith receives offstage commiserations, it happens to the biggest acts.
That's why you find a lot of Greek men like marrying big, fat, large women. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, listen.
Mal's hit Pay Dirt.
I think that's enough from me, right? My name's been Mal, and you lot have been great. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks.
The unpaid open spot pays off. Mal takes one step up the ladder of the career comedian.
Bring some, do a half spot.
Half spot, yeah? Right.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, I've had a, I would say, a poor gig tonight. It's no big deal. I mean, you know, we're comics. You know, we're not ambulance drivers or policemen or firemen. No one dies if we had a bad day at the office.
You either get better or you stop, because the humiliation is too much to bear.
See, but then, you know, you realize after you do it a long time that even if you do die, you'll probably come back again and play the next night, you know.
Anyway, my name is Ed Byrne. You probably already know me as Darlene from Roseanne.
Awesome to be here in London. As you know, the friendliest place in the entire United Kingdom. I think every stand-up comic has that crying insecurity inside where they need the shallow love of the many every 15 to 30 seconds.
Thank you, thank you.
It's a sick need to be important. It's a desperation to be the belle of the ball.
God bless you all.
You ever just look at comedians and go, what the hell are they doing up there? And I use the term loosely because I'm not up there, I'm down here, I'm aware of that, but...
Comedy depends on extremes of logic to the point of ridiculousness, arrogance, nonsense.
Our job is to make you have fun, which is a weird word, because if you think about it, everybody's out looking for fun, but if you think about the word fun, you don't even know what it is.
As much as a surgeon is trained to think surgically, or a plumber is trained to think plumbingly, a comedian thinks comedically.
Societies, the simple fact is that women still are hypocrites about the whole subject of sex. They have to pretend they never heard of it, they never did it, because they were raised to think it's not nice. The man is raised to think, for you, it's okay. So he's ready, and he wants it, but not with her, because even if he does with her, he's not supposed to let her know what he wants, because she's supposed to pretend she don't want it in order to do it.
People from this island flock to Florida every year, where they're, of course, murdered relentlessly one after the next. Thank you for laughing. I'm glad you can find the humor in that. Americans love that joke. They really do. We are good shots, aren't we?
And your mind starts to process them comedically.
If she wants it, not nice. If it happened, she didn't expect it. So she has to pretend she never heard of it before she does it. So you have to pretend you don't want it in order to get it. So the whole trick is to figure out how to get there without talking so she could do it without hearing.
You said you're having fun, right there, fella? How much fun are you having? A fair bit. That's the best measurement you can come up, fair bit. Look at this. Look at this. I bought a little Snickers bar here because it actually says right here, fun size. Take a good long look, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently this is the size of fun. Hell of a lot smaller than we thought it was going to be. Yes.
Stand-up's just brilliant because it's so immediate. If you're an impatient person, it's just great. You just say something and you get the response back. I used to share this flat with a girl, and her boyfriend was just at it the whole time. I could hear them, you know, even without a stethoscope sometimes. It was such a... Sometimes you got the idea kind of not really worked out in your head. And if it's a good gig and the audience are with you, you just, somehow the adrenaline and the excitement, everything just goes woo, and you end up eventually getting to a punchline. We had the fox hunt through 5 times.
Let's be honest, without sex, would you be it? I think you would. It's not scripted. I have in my mind many, many hours of material, and I sense what would sound appropriate at that time. That's not nice to say. I'm looking at you, but I'm thinking of the other guy. Just like when you're talking to a person, you're basically talking instinctively. Subconsciously, you're saying to yourself, this will interest him, so that's what I'll talk about. This won't, I'll leave it out. In the back of my mind is the realization that this might not be funny no matter what I'm talking about. And as soon as I sense it in a split second, I'm in something else. Every mother for 100 years raised their children the same way. Don't eat junk food, eat meat. Now they found out the worst thing in the world for you is red meat. You don't talk to an old lady the same thing as a young man. You don't talk to a hooker like you do to a rabbi. The same thing collectively. An audience becomes like one person. And you sense their reactions to what you're saying. Turns out your own mother was trying to kill you.
I don't come on to seduce the audience. I don't care if everyone laughs. I can't think about that anymore. You're a hesitant crowd, but I can see you want it. We're gonna fuck before this evening is over. If there's anything that a lot of experience on stage and a lot of stage time gives you is the confidence to know that it's okay if they're not laughing every second you're up there. You just require a little more foreplay than other crowds. You are a hot crowd, really. You are so smart and pretty. I have the horn. Although that's what drives me, and I still go too fast a lot of the time.
Well, sometimes you'll do a gig and the audience is so lovely and they're so appreciative. Sometimes you get an audience that's like really switched on. Like you don't even need to do the punchline. They get the gag, they get what you're talking about, and they start laughing. Just when you start getting the concept of the joke across, and you do get to like them, and you actually start finding your material funnier again.
Tell you another song I hate at the moment, "Ironic" by Alanis Morissette. Now, I actually quite like Alanis Morissette. I really look like her for as it is. No, I actually do quite like her. I think she's very good. But I hate that song, that ironic one, because it's called ironic, and she keeps on naming all these things that are supposed to be ironic, and none of them are. They're all just unfortunate. The song should be called Unfortunate. No, I mean, a traffic jam when you're already late. That's not ironic, that's just a pain in the hole. That's just par for the course. It's like, you know, there's no irony in that. It's like...
Good. Because you can build legs.
If the laughs dry up, the bookings dry up, and you're out of a job.
As soon as they smell fear, and audiences do, they can say, ooh, and they're away, they turn on you like a pack of wolves.
Once they start baying for your blood, you have precious few moments to mount a defence, the best form of which is attack. This is your territory.
If you don't take the heckle on, you're dead in the water. It's not a conversation, mate. I've got the microphone. Shut up. Hecklers are there to be enjoyed, and if they're just unpleasant, I just cut them. You know, their legs off really quick. So where are your girlfriends tonight? Where are they? What, they're outside grazing? Where are they?
I've heard ones over the years, I want to have your children so I can have them gassed. There's a cab for you. I was told one American comic was just dying and someone stood up and went, "You're not funny. Why are you doing this?"
When you don't gig for a long time, you forget how to deal with hecklers, so I was quite nervous. But their feet were up on the stage and he was all right, darling, no, she's all right, let the lovely lady have a go. They were well plastered, and they had no idea, but they also had no idea that I was going to just have them for breakfast. Hey, can we get on, because your dad's coming to pick you up in an hour, you know what I mean? You know, and I was just not having any of it. Shut up! Because I'm pre-menstrual. menstrual and these boots have got fucking steel toe caps, you know what I mean? If they had got me in the first 2 minutes, I had 40 minutes to do, I'd been dead. I had to do it. 1, 2, 3. Did you understand that? I'm afraid we can't talk to you anymore because you're a wanker. Right, now. I think I was really hard on them. I'd like to thank everybody, you twat, and I'll see you again. Thanks a lot. At the end, I shook the guy's hand, one of the hecklers' hands, and I went to shake the hand of the other guy, and he wouldn't do it, right? And I went, no, come on, you know, shake your hand, and he wouldn't do it, and his mates went, shake her hand, and I went, right, like that, and I thought it was brilliant.
Hecklers live in an alternate universe where they think that they're helping the show.
It's pretty much a rule of thumb that whoever heckles you will come up and talk to you after the show and say,
that was me, you know, shouting out the whole time, that was me, yeah.
Yeah, I was just helping you out.
I think, oh, great, yeah.
No, you didn't mind that, did you? I was just helping you out.